Hey there, you guys, this is Jaden right here, and I just went out to theaters to see the Puss in Boots The Last Wish movie with my father and my little sister Josie and my older brother Jacob. Yeah, we all went out to theaters to see a movie, and I just finished watching it in theaters like maybe around an hour ago, and I've been home for a little bit now, and yeah, I thought, why don't I make a video that shares what my thoughts are on the Puss in Boots The Last Wish movie? So first of all, let me get this out of the way. Spoiler alert, spoiler alert, spoiler alert. In case if you guys haven't seen the movie yet, here's the spoiler alert. You know, if you guys haven't seen the movie yet and you don't want to get spoiled for it, then I would not recommend watching this video at the moment. Spoiler alert, yeah, you guys get it. Spoiler alert. Okay, so, yeah, with that out of the way. And also, just so you guys know, I wasn't, like, crazy excited for the Puss in Boots The Last Wish movie. I mean, like, don't get me wrong, it's not that I thought the movie looked bad or anything like that. It's not that I minded the fact that it exists. But, I wasn't too crazy excited about it either, because, I didn't really love the, I didn't exactly love the first Puss in Boots movie. I mean, I didn't hate it. I definitely didn't hate it, though. No, I enjoyed it. And like I said in that community post, I rewatched it on DVD with my father last night. And yeah, I enjoyed the first Puss in Boots movie. The first Puss in Boots movie was fun. It was, it was enjoyable. It had good voice acting. It had cool characters. Yeah, Humpty was my favorite character. Humpty was my favorite character in the film. I thought he was pretty funny. He was pretty cool. And yeah, it was pretty sad how, he let go of the rope and he sacrificed himself at the end of the movie. But then, when we see him again during the Lady Gaga sequence, giving us a big sign that he's still alive. But, he can't spend time with, with Puss or Kitty Softpaws like he did throughout the movie. And, but yeah, he was my favorite character in the film. My second favorite character in the film was probably Puss himself. He was a really good character. And Puss is an awesome character. He's an awesome character from the Shrek movies. And yeah, Antonio Banderas does a great job with voicing him. And I enjoyed the first Puss in Boots movie. I mean, I wouldn't exactly consider it to be a great movie, but maybe close to being great, like a B+ tier movie, let's say. Yeah, I enjoyed the first Puss in Boots movie. Like, it's not, like, too worthy of watching, but it's good. It's good, it's enjoyable, but yeah, I don't like the first Puss in Boots movie as nearly as much as the first three Shrek movies. Like, I would probably say it's better than Shrek Forever After, but I don't like it as nearly as much as the first three Shrek movies, especially not Shrek 2. And, yeah, so that's why I wasn't too excited for Puss in Boots The Last Wish. I mean, like, I wasn't asking for it, I wasn't hoping that Puss in Boots would get a sequel, and I wasn't that crazy excited about it. But at the same time, I didn't mind the fact that it existed either. Like, I would much rather have them do Puss in Boots 2 than do a Shrek 5, which, yeah, I know this movie teased Shrek 5, as Veilskibum said in his video. In that video he did today, talking about how this Puss in Boots movie teased Shrek 5, and I really do hope that they don't make a Shrek 5. I really do hope they just leave Shrek alone. They just leave Shrek alone. Like, yeah, I mean, like, I know Mike Myers wants a new Shrek movie every year, and I can see why he would want a new Shrek movie every year. I don't blame him, but still, I wouldn't want them to keep milking out Shrek. I mean, yeah, I think it would have been best if the series that ended with the second or third one. So yeah, I really do hope that they don't do Shrek 5, but we'll see. But yeah, as of right now, we got Puss in Boots 2 and not Shrek 5 at the moment. And yeah, again, I wasn't too excited for Puss in Boots 2. But still, we went out to see it anyway. And yeah, my dad got us tickets to go see the movie. And yeah, I can see why he would want us to see the movie. He says, it's a spin-off of the Shrek movies. And yeah, we all love Shrek. I made that clear on the channel. We all love Shrek. We all love Shrek. We grew up watching it a million times. We grew up with Shrek. We love Shrek. And yeah, we really like Puss in Boots. Puss is an awesome character. And yeah, and the animation in this film was very good and something different for DreamWorks. So yeah, we went out to see the movie, and yeah, after seeing the movie, what did I think of it? Well, I thought it was good. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it, like similar to how I enjoyed the first Puss in Boots movie. I don't know which movie, which movie. Well, okay, I think I'll ask the question which movie I prefer between the first Puss in Boots movie and the second one, later in the video. But yeah, what's this movie about? Well, it's simple. This movie is about Puss in Boots himself, of course. Yeah, it stars Puss in Boots just like the last movie did, and it's about Puss having 9 lives, and dying 8 times, and having one more life to go, and if he dies one more time, boom, he's done. No more lives for him. So yeah, that's a really serious and deep plot, and Yeah. Well, despite the fact that this is a kids movie, I noticed they pushed the envelope. I noticed they really pushed the envelope a bit in this film. Like, I remember there being one line where Puss said something like "What the hell?" And yeah, I do remember there being, yeah, and I do remember there being some dirty stuff coming from this dog character named Burrito. And yeah, there were some times in the film where he would cuss and there was bleeps going on and stuff. And yeah, that really caught me by surprise. And yeah, there's that really deep and serious plot about Puss on his last life, and oh my gosh, yeah, and he's had like thanatophobia a little bit, that phase where we all go through, where we're all scared of death, we're all scared that we might ourselves might die or people we care about die, and that relatable plot point with Puss, yeah, it's a bit of a deep and dark plot point and all that stuff. So yeah, this Puss in Boots movie, despite the fact that it's still a kids movie, it still definitely pushes the envelope further than the first Puss in Boots movie did. And it's still a kids movie. It's not like the movie is rated PG-14 or should be rated R or anything like that. But yeah, it's still deeper and darker than the first Puss in Boots movie. But yeah, back onto the topic of the animation. But yeah, that's a pretty interesting plot with Puss being on his last wish, and he goes on this big adventure throughout the whole film. He tries to he tries to wish for more lives and all that stuff. And, getting back onto the topic of the animation. What do I think about the animation? Well, it's great. It's great. It's not something I expect to see too much from a DreamWorks movie. I mean, yeah, I obviously expected this movie to look different from the first Puss in Boots movie, since this movie came out 11 years after the first Puss in Boots movie. And yeah, DreamWorks has the animation style and stuff with DreamWorks has changed a bit over time since then. But yeah, oh my gosh, I didn't think it would like change this drastically. I mean, I'm like, oh my gosh, it kind of looks like they got like some other movie studio, like movie animation company to work with DreamWorks on this film. And, yeah, the animation looks great. It's nice in HD. It's really nice and colorful, especially at the second half of the film. It's really nice. It's really great, and it looks great like a 2022 animated movie should look like. But yeah, the animation is great. What else do I want to talk about with this film? Okay, well, let's go over the villains. Yeah, the villains. The villains were fine. They weren't like, they didn't really take the spotlight. I don't think they really took the spotlight as much as the heroes with Puss, Kitty Soft Paws, and Burrito. Like I remember finding scenes with those three characters, with the trio between those three characters, more entertaining than the villains. But the villains weren't bad though. The villains weren't bad though. Like for example, one of the villains was this villain was the Big Bad Wolf. Big Bad Wolf, yeah, he appeared here and there in the film, and he kept fighting Puss and all that stuff, and yeah, he was a big villain in the film, and yeah, there was also these bear characters, and there was also Goldilocks, and there was also this like giant fat villain that was like tasting things with his with one of his fingers or his thumb. Like, yeah, I don't remember what his name was, but he might have been the best villain in the film. Like, and yeah, I did get a good laugh out of that one scene where he gets bigger and bigger. He gets a lot bigger. He's trying to get a lot bigger, like during like the final battle. And yeah, he thought like, and yeah, he throws in a line. He says this line that says that he was worried that he would come out naked because he would grow a lot bigger. But no, fortunately, his clothes grew in with him or something like that. Yeah, I thought that line was pretty funny. And yeah, comedy wise, speaking of comedy, I thought this movie was pretty funny. I thought this movie was pretty funny. It had nice slapstick to it. Had nice humor to it. Like one of the funny like aspects of the film was Burrito having trouble making those big cute cat eyes that Puss and Kitty Soft Paws make, and yeah, he was having trouble with it at first, but then like during the final battle of the film, he got more used to it, and made those big cat eyes, or rather those big like puppy eyes, and yeah, that was a pretty funny running joke they did in the film, and yeah, I also thought, Burrito himself, he made pretty good as a comedic relief character. I thought he was pretty cool. And I did like his character development with Puss in the trio between him, Puss, and Kitty Soft Paws. I thought they were a pretty fun trio, and and I liked his character development with Puss, about how Puss started out like hating him, being so annoyed by him, but then over time, like he grows to like him, and yeah, he's embarrassed to admit to it. But then as the film goes on, he's not embarrassed to admit that he actually likes Burrito, and he creates this strong friendship trio between him, Burrito, and Kitty Soft Paws, and that was pretty cool and funny. And yes, guys, of course. As I was watching the Puss in Boots movie, I did notice the Shrek cameos that were thrown in there. Like one of them being this one where they were like, flashing back, where they were showing flashbacks of all the 8 times Puss has died. And one of those times was, when he was like cooking with Gingy. That one time Gingy was there during one of his deaths. Yeah, they showed him like, dying from fire while he was like being there with Gingy as he was cooking. And yeah, I thought that was a good cameo for Gingy. And yeah, well, yes, guys, while I was watching it, I did think a bit about what it would be like if if it was Knuckles and BMO doing that. LOL. And yeah, I also remember another Shrek cameo I remember seeing in the film was during the scene where he's at his first fight with the big bad wolf, and he has all these flashbacks of his life, and he has all these flashbacks of what he's done in his lives and all that stuff. And one of those flashbacks shows him walking with Shrek and Donkey as they're crossing a bridge and stuff. And another Shrek cameo I noticed in the film was this one with Pinocchio dancing. And the final Shrek cameo that was in the film was at the end, where Puss, Kitty Soft Paws, and Burrito are all on the boat going on this big boat trip to go the far, far away. And Puss is talking about meeting old friends and all that stuff. So yeah, they are sailing the far, far away, and to go find Shrek and friends. And yeah, that's the big Shrek cameo right there. That's like the biggest one of all the Shrek cameos in the film. That hints at like a Puss in Boots 3 or a Shrek 5, which I would definitely rather have them do a Puss in Boots 3. But I don't think it would be the best idea to do Puss in Boots 3. I think 2 movies is good enough. And a Shrek 5, heck no. Like I said before, no, I don't want them to do Shrek 5. I think they should just leave the series alone. They really could have just left the series alone with the second or third one. Oh my gosh. Of course, not that Shrek Forever After was a bad film. No, it was a good film, but it didn't need to exist. It still would have been better if they had ended the series with the second or third movie. And I really don't want them to do Shrek 5. Oh, I really don't. I really don't want them to milk Shrek out further. Please, please. They could have just ended the series with the second or third one. Please don't do a Shrek 5. I'd rather have them do a Puss in Boots 3, but I wouldn't want them to do a Puss in Boots 3 that much either. But I probably wouldn't mind too much of a Puss in Boots 3 existed, but nah, I don't. It doesn't really feel too necessary for them to do. To me, it doesn't really feel that necessary to me for them to do a Puss in Boots 3. They should probably just leave this alone as a simple... they should probably leave the Puss in Boots series alone as a simple movie duology, But yeah, what's another thing about this movie that I want to cover? Well, let's go over the music. The music is pretty good. Yeah, the music of the film is pretty good. The music of the film is pretty good. Like, none of it really made me want to, go back and re-listen to it off of YouTube that much or anything like that, or really let's say give me chills or anything like that. But I thought the music was good enough though. It was enjoyable. I probably my favorite song from the film was that Fearless Hero song they were singing throughout the film. That song was pretty cool. Yeah, I also thought the fights in this film were pretty good. Had nice choreography in them, and good slapstick in them and all that stuff. And I think I think I'm good enough at this point to go on an overall standpoint. Okay, so overall, what do I think about Puss in Boots: The Last Wish? Was it worth my time? Was it worth my time? Did I have a good time with it? Well, yeah, I thought it was a good film. Like I said before. I did really I did enjoy Puss in Boots: The Last Wish. I mean, maybe it's not a film I'd want to rewatch, but I still thought it was a good film. I still thought it was a good film like the first Puss in Boots movie was. I enjoyed it. It was enjoyable. It had cool characters. Had great animation, especially at the second half. Especially during the final battle. Oh my gosh, some real beautiful animation during the final battle. And it had really good voice acting, especially from Antonio Banderas as Puss in Boots. Yeah, he does a great job. Like I said before, he does a great job with voicing Puss in Boots. And the characters were cool, especially the heroes. Not as much with the villains. I don't really care about the villains as much as I do with the heroes in the film. But I thought the villains were fine, though. I thought they were pretty good. And I also thought the music, fight scenes, and story were all done well as well. And yeah, who's my favorite character in this film? Well, of course, the first Puss in Boots movie, my favorite character was Humpty. But in this movie, no, obviously, he can't be my favorite character in this film. He's not in this movie at all. Heck, they don't even mention him in this movie. So who's my favorite character in this movie? I don't know. Probably Puss. Because I think Puss is an awesome character. And yeah, like I've already said before, Antonio Banderas does a great job voicing him. Yeah, Puss is an awesome character. He's a fun character with a cool personality and all that stuff. But I don't know, it could maybe be Burrito. He was pretty funny. I think probably my favorite character in this film would be between Puss and Burrito. They were pretty cool characters. Yeah, Kitty Soft Paws was pretty cool too. And the villains were good. But yet again, I don't care about them as much as I do with the heroes. And which movie do I prefer between this and the first one? Well, it's a close choice, but probably the first one, since it has Humpty, and I really like Humpty. He's a pretty funny character. But I don't know, it's a really close choice though. This one might beat it out. It might have a more interesting story to it. And the animation, of course, is better in this one than it is in Puss in Boots 1. But to be fair, it's not fair at all to compare these two movies in terms of animation, since that this second Puss in Boots movie came out way after the first Puss in Boots movie. But still, I don't think any of us can deny that this movie is better in terms of animation. No, I take that back. Come to think of it, I can't imagine some people preferring the animation style of the first Puss in Boots movie more because, I feel it seems to fit in more with DreamWorks, you know what I mean? But yeah, overall, I thought Puss in Boots, the movie, I thought Puss in Boots, The Last Wish, it was a decent, it was a good sequel. I would give it, maybe not exactly a great film, but I thought it was good too. I thought it was enjoyable enough. I would give it a B+ tier, like I would with the first Puss in Boots movie. It was good, and I enjoyed it, but yeah, I don't think it's too worthy of rewatching, maybe with the exceptions of some scenes with the trio of Puss, Kitty Soft Paws, and Burrito. Yeah, I thought they were a cool trio, but yeah, I don't really think this movie is too worthy of rewatching the whole way through, even though I definitely wouldn't be against watching it again. No, I'm sure if I were to watch it again, I wouldn't mind it that much. I would still enjoy it just like I did the first time I saw it. But yeah, I don't really see myself coming back to see it, wanting to get this on DVD when it does come out on DVD. And but yeah, I still enjoyed this Puss in Boots movie though. I thought it was good. I thought it was nice. It was nice to come out to theaters to see this movie, to see this movie in theaters like it did with the Sonic movie months ago. And yeah, I thought it was good, but again, not too worthy of rewatching the whole way through, and definitely not worthy of spoofing. Definitely not worthy of spoofing. Like, when it comes out on DVD, I don't think I would want to get it on DVD, nor would I want to spoof it. I would maybe do a cast video for it. I think I would at best maybe do a cast video for it, but then that's about it. To me, I think when it comes to Shrek, and by Shrek I'm talking about both the Shrek franchise, all the stuff that has Shrek in the name, and all the stuff that's a part of the Shrek franchise, including those two Puss in Boots films. I don't think any of that stuff is worthy of spoofing in its entirety, with the exceptions being the first two movies. Yeah, with the exceptions of being the first two movies. I think pretty much everything else in the Shrek franchise, including the Puss in Boots movies, are either just worthy of, at best, worthy of clip videos, or, cast videos, in my opinion. But, that's my opinion. I still enjoyed Puss in Boots, the movie, The Last Wish. It was good. It was enjoyable enough. It was cool and all that stuff. I liked it. But I didn't really fall in love with it like I did with the Sonic the Hedgehog 2 movie that I went out to see months ago. I loved that movie. The next 2022 movie I'll talk about will probably be the Dragon Ball Superhero movie. I haven't seen it yet. I didn't see it in theaters, but I know it came out on DVD recently, and I'm wanting to get it for Christmas this year. I want to get it on DVD for Christmas this year, and I think there's an over 95% chance that I will get it on DVD. That I will get it on DVD for Christmas this year. A big chance, a big good chance that I'll get it on DVD for Christmas this year, and I'll watch it on DVD. And I think after I watch the Dragon Ball Superhero movie, I'll do some kind of fun comparison video that compares the Dragon Ball Superhero movie to the Sonic the Hedgehog 2 movie, to see which movie I like more between these two movies, because I really can't tell which one of these two movies I'll love more between this Dragon Ball Superhero movie, between this Dragon Ball Super movie and the Sonic the Hedgehog 2 movie, because I really loved the Sonic the Hedgehog 2 movie. I don't know if I would love the Dragon Ball one. I don't know if I'd love the Dragon Ball Super movie more than the Sonic the Hedgehog 2 movie. It's kind of hard to tell. I guess the only way to find out is by watching the film. Which, I plan on watching it on DVD if I get the movie on DVD for Christmas this year. Which I think there will be a big chance I'll get that movie on DVD for Christmas this year. Just gotta wait 3 more days to find out, and then I'll watch it, and I think I'll do that fun comparison video that compares it to the Sonic the Hedgehog 2 movie to see which movie I prefer between the two movies. Because again, it's hard to tell which movie I'll love more between those two movies. I love both Dragon Ball and Sonic almost equally now. It's kind of hard to decide. They're both great. They're both movies based on two things I love: Dragon Ball and Sonic. But yeah, if I do make that comparison video, I already know which movie The Return of the Fossa would hope to win in that video. Yeah, the Sonic the Hedgehog 2 movie. Yeah. Although it's kind of hard to tell. It's kind of hard to tell which movie I love more between these two. But we'll see. We'll find out after I watch the Dragon Ball Superhero movie. I'll let you guys know. I'll let you guys know, when I watch the Dragon Ball Superhero movie. But there's still some other stuff I want to watch within the meantime before I most likely get that movie on DVD for Christmas this year. Like, I still want to continue watching Hell of a Boss, and I still haven't seen Sonic Prime yet, and there's still some other classic cartoon Christmas specials that I want to watch before the Christmas season ends. Like yesterday, I did go back and rewatch the SpongeBob Special Christmas 2 after not seeing it in so long, and it was a nice and really good special. Was never my favorite SpongeBob special, but I really enjoy that Christmas special. And there's some other old cartoon Christmas specials that I want to watch before the Christmas season ends. Only got 3 days left, so I might want to watch those fast. But at the same time, I don't want to rush myself too much. And maybe after Christmas this year, I might do a video that goes through all the Christmas specials that I saw during the Christmas season this year. Like how I did that one video that lists out all the Halloween specials that I saw during Halloween this year. But yeah, I'm just kind of rambling on at this point. You guys get it. I've got more stuff on my watch list. I've got more cartoons to watch on my watch list and all that stuff. And I do want to get to those. And overall, I enjoyed the Puss in Boots movie sequel. What did you guys think? What did you guys think of Puss in Boots: The Last Wish? Did you guys enjoy it? Did you guys think it was a cash grab? Did you guys think it was worse or better than the original Puss in Boots? You guys can tell me in the comment section down below if you want. And with all that being said, that's all for this video, you guys. Bye, everyone. Happy holidays, and thank you all for watching this video. Christmas in 3 days.